to the Passionate Pundits, your opportunity to expand your knowledge of natural health and healing, a practical and priceless alternative to modern Western medicine. With your host, holistic chiropractor Dr. Juliadeer, and nutritional consultant and life coach Deb St.Hilaire.
All right, Deb.
Happy
hello.
Monday or Tuesday.
Oh my gosh!
I lost a day there.
You forgot our day.
I did. But I knew. I corrected myself right away.
Yes, you did.
Does that count?
It's fine.
Okay. Course correction.
It's fine. So how are you today?
I'm really good. You know what?
Good.
I feel so wonderful seeing the sun 2 days in a row. It has changed my whole outlook on life.
Oh, that's absolutely probable.
And the ice is gone from the bay. It might be way out there, but I can't see it anymore.
Oh,
and
that
so
makes
I'm
it
not
even more
looking at it
real.
all white. It's
Yeah.
colorful again.
That makes it real.
It does.
I gotta pull this over.
Good. I don't know why people push it away.
I don't either. Don't
Some
push
people. Well,
me
I had a
away.
guitar player standing.
Oh, that's why he pushed it away.
Right.
But that's okay. So it's good to be here.
Yes,
it's
it's
always
fun.
nice to see you.
Yes, I wish we did. I really do wish we did the show every week because I miss you.
Oh, I miss you too.
Thanks.
I really do. And you know what's so funny is on the off weeks I'm lost.
Are
Like, what? Tuesday. I'm supposed to be somewhere. Where? How come I'm not somewhere talking?
So
Well,
do you
I'm always somewhere
We're
talking.
talking, so you should just put some headphones on and stand in front of the mirror
I love that.
and pretend like I'm you in the mirror.
Oh, I like that. But then we don't get our healthy
That's
banter.
true. That's
and
true.
that's part of the fun.
It is. You're right.
It, honestly, if it wasn't for my other pundit, I don't think I would be near as much fun.
Or as passionate.
Or as passionate. No, I'm always pretty passionate. But the fun part, not so much. Just ask my children. No.
Oh, your children think you're a blast.
Yeah,
Who are you kidding?
They're all right. They like their old mom pretty well.
Yes, they do, and it
Yeah.
shows too.
Yeah, I'm pretty blessed with that. But I always had it in my mind when I was raising children that I didn't want to raise kids I didn't like.
Right.
I didn't want it to be like I raised them up and then all of a sudden I didn't like them and I didn't want to hang out with them.
Right.
So I kind of forced them to be like me so
Right.
that I could
You know what?
enjoy them.
Don't ever tell anybody this. I'm going to tell you a little secret.
Ooh.
So when I was married to Errol's dad, he was not very nice.
Okay.
And so I taught Errol to be very nice without even realize what I was doing.
Right.
And I said, look, Mom got new earrings. Aren't they nice? And he'd put his little finger up there and touch them. Oh, these are really nice, Mom. And so
that's so cute.
and I would say, I got new lipstick or whatever, and I'd say, do I look good? And he'd say, oh, Mom, you look so. He is the most complimentary guy because of that. And I
That's
remember the
awesome,
first
though.
time he said to me, he was probably 4. And he looked at me and he said, I don't know, something's different. I don't know if it's your earrings or what it is, but you look so nice.
Aw, that's so sweet. My boys are quite a bit like that, too. And I don't even think I did that to them. I don't think I did it intentionally anyway, but they do compliment me. And they're so funny because they do recognize. They must have learned it from Patrick because honestly,
Right, yep,
Patrick is a
yep.
very complimentary type husband. Of course, he doesn't mince words if he doesn't like what he sees either.
So it goes,
It goes both
both
ways,
ends
kind of
of
a
the
double-edged
spectrum,
sword.
right.
But that's okay because he's my best friend, so I want him
Right.
to be honest. So.
Right.
But the boys, even when they were little, they would look at me. If I did my hair different or something, they'd say, oh, "Mom,
Aw.
you look really nice today. I like your hair."
See, that's
and
so
I'm
nice.
like, "Ah, that's awesome."
And I hear the way that Mike talks to Christine is so nice.
"Aw, that's wonderful."
His tone of voice is, of course, I'm not there all the time, but
Well, I mean, everybody has their moments. We all
Yes.
argue and fuss, but there's a difference between knowing how to treat someone that way, and being able to express it that way versus not knowing at all.
right.
Never knowing, never realizing that. What did my mom used to say? You can get more bees with honey.
Honey, right.
You can
right.
get more bees with honey than you can vinegar or whatever she'd say.
And there
I don't
are
know.
so many people that, number one, don't know how to compliment, and number two, don't know how to take a compliment.
Right. Right, and there's also people who give false compliments, and you can tell those too.
Right.
Like I had this one fella, I'm not even going to mention who it is because he'll recognize himself if he's listening, which he probably isn't. But he called me the other day, and he's a colleague, and he was asking me some business questions, I guess, is how I'm going to put it. And so we were having a lovely conversation, and all of a sudden he threw in some compliments at me, and I was like really taken off guard because he's not the complimentary type. So, especially when it comes to prowess of chiropractic, it's funny because many of the male egos in chiropractic are large, and I don't know why. The females are too, but it's funny because they're quite condescending.
It's that doctor thing, though.
It's almost like it's competitive to them. Like,
right.
Who's the best?
They look at it differently.
Well, and I've told you before that, like, when I go to conventions, it's odd for me because people will talk numbers. They'll be like, how many patients do you see in a week? And I'll say, well, don't you want to know how long they have to come to me?
Right.
Isn't that more important?
Right.
Like, I could tell you how many I see in a week, but don't you want to know what their average case management takes? Because to me, that's a better
Or how long
system.
a patient has been with you. And
oh, yeah, that's a good system,
right.
too. How long have they been with you? How long?
How many referrals
do
you get from them?
But no, they just want to know head count, and I think that's a goofy remark. I think
well, it's that old way of doing business.
Yeah, I guess.
It's more heart-centered now.
I guess. I don't buy into it. I'm like,
right.
I don't care.
Yeah, you're
know.
different.
I'm like, I don't know how many heads I saw. They were all pretty well misshapen, and I had to fix them all. That's all I know.
You have been. I need to come do that. I haven't had that done yet.
The cranial work.
Yes.
It's super important. I really enjoy it. I'm getting so darn good at it, too, and I don't care to toot my own horn because I'm really getting good at it. Like, I was always good at adjusting it, but now I'm even better at just moving it with the lightest
Interesting.
touch. Yeah, it's super cool. Doesn't hurt at all.
And yet it does good things.
I mean, I've had people with their noses plumb near twisted up on them, and by the time I'm done, I haven't
mine. Look at mine.
And it'll just go right back to
mine.
normal.
Might do that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Oh my God! All right, I'm coming.
I have this one lady. She's so fun. Whenever she comes in, she's like, I knew it was time to come see you because one eye was higher than the other. She's like, I always know when I look tired and one eye's higher than the other, it's time to come see you. I'm like, yeah, because
and
that's
I
how you
have
know.
an eye and a nose weird, but my nose was broken once.
And sometimes we can get them back all the way, and sometimes we can only get them back part of the way. But
I'd
it's
be happy
definitely
with
different.
any because as I get older, I feel it getting more crooked.
Gotcha. And it could be. I mean, muscles pull on bones and sinuses.
Now I'm all
swell
going to be
up,
like
and
that.
You're all conscious of it now.
Yeah.
She's doing the little.
You might want to show me
the little rabbit twinkle nose bewitched
Let me show
thing.
'em.
She's doing like this. It's funny.
So you have a topic picked out today.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of have been all over the place with topics today because I was thinking about it. I usually start thinking about it a day or two in advance, and I've come up with a few, and then I've discarded it, and then I've come up, and then something happens, and I come up with something, and I'm like, ooh, I'm going to talk about that, and then I've discarded it, and so I might just be kind of random today, which I hope is okay.
Of course.
So the very first thing that I do want to talk about is something that was brought up to me, and I think it'll just spark good conversation for us. So, sorry, let me take a drink really quick. I don't want to be choking on everybody.
No. I have my Facebook Live up too, but I have the kitty ears and nose on.
Oh, cute. She's playing with her apps, people. Take it away. Take it away from her.
No.
All right. So a concept that was brought to my attention as of late, which I've really been reflecting on. And Patrick, you're supposed to go look at Deb's.
Come here.
Yeah. And as I'm reflecting on it, I find that it's come up in several different ways in my life. So I kind of just heard it and tucked it back in the back of my brain. And then every so often, as things have happened to me over the past few weeks, it's come up.
Then you're supposed to talk about it.
Yeah. So that's what I think anyway. So this is the thing that that struck me. Somebody was talking about, and I can't remember if it was Abraham or who it was that I was listening to that was talking about this concept. There is a difference between faith. I just saw you kiss it yourself.
I threw a kiss to Brenda. She thinks I'm kissing myself.
Sorry. It was funny, though. I couldn't help but laugh. She's kissing at the phone. She's a love.
I love Brenda.
I love Brenda, too. I don't know Brenda.
That's
but
okay.
that's
You
okay.
would love
I
her.
would love her. All right. So there is a difference between faith, believe, and to know. So let's talk about that. So if I have...
that is so funny that you said that.
Really?
Because this Wayne Dyer thing that I'm listening to says this exact thing. This is very fascinating. Go ahead.
So maybe, I don't remember, like I said, I don't remember where I picked it up. So, so when you have faith in something, then you believe it could happen. You believe it can be true. You have faith that this is possible. Okay? But if you believe in that, that's even heavier duty. I mean, don't you feel that? You feel the underlying tone of that I believe this is going to happen. That's a little harder than faith. You know, you can have faith and you can still have moments.
Right.
But if you believe it, then that's pretty steadfast. That's a pretty deep, resonating feeling. You can feel the difference in that. And then to know it. If you say, I know this is how it is. I know this is what is going on. So
give me an example.
Yeah, let's talk about different examples. So, you know, let's talk about God, for example. Okay, not everybody believes in God, so forgive me for those who don't. But
substitute the word of your choice.
Yeah, substitute the word of your choice. But let's talk about faith. If I had faith in God, yeah, that's good. You're supposed to have faith in God. That's awesome. But if I believe in God,
that's better.
That's better. I mean, to me, it feels better. It feels more strong. But to know.
That's the biggie.
Yeah, because knowing almost encompasses more. To me, believing is mental.
Right.
Knowing is whole body.
What do you want to know what Wayne Dyer says?
Yes, I do.
Wayne Dyer says if you believe something, it's like I just listened to this morning. It's so funny. We always do this to each other. It's like mommy pinned a note on your shirt of what you should believe, and so you believe it. Mm-hmm. But when you know something, you feel it, and it's not external, it's internal, and that's deep. So much more powerful.
Yes, so much more powerful. So I've been sort of kicking that around in, when I'm talking to people, because I will say to somebody, I know you're going to get better. Mm-hmm. And I mean that. I know it. I know it's going to work. I know it's going to work. And why do I know it? Because I see it every day in my office. I see miracles every day. I get to have a front row seat to that every day. So when Dr. Julia looks at you and says, I know you're going to get better.
You better believe it.
Believe it. Because I'm telling you, it works. And so that's kind of where I'm at a little bit today that I want to talk about, because there are a lot of people who feel out there that alternative health doesn't work. Yes. Or that alternative health might work. Or that alternative health is something that could work, but they don't know if it's right for them or whatever. Well, I'm telling you, it's right for everybody. And I know it works for people. And I want you to get to a place where you can know that, but you can't get there unless you open your mind to the possibility of faith in it first, then believing in it, then knowing it. Because knowing is deep, deep, deep in my inner soul. My source energy, my soul resonates so highly when I say out loud, I know